I was a child during the Second World War. And after the war was over, we came back to Ogden, Utah. The family, we all thought it would be just for a month or two. We'd be in government housing and then we'd be off on our own. And it was a 4-year period that was very formative in my beginnings. Years and years later, when we are managing what isn't called government housing anymore, but some low-income housing. And I've been able to see the transitions people have made and how important we hope the time they spend in the apartments is to them. I was always an athletic child. It was a very natural thing when it was time to go to college to decide to major in physical education. And I went to CSU. Over time, I participated probably in every sport anyone ever heard of, including badminton, fencing, skiing, you just name it. There was some time in there where before I started teaching and after graduation that I could put together this little team of 4 to represent Colorado at the Olympic tryouts. We trained at whatever sport we thought we were going to try, and I actually was very good at the discus. It was a very special and fun time. Of course, I didn't make the Olympics, but the next year I did travel there to the Olympic Stadium so I could just stand and pretend I could hear people cheering and things. CSU years later gave me an award. It was a wonderful pleasure to be able to meet Amy Van Dyken, who also received the award. I taught for 1 year in the place that I substituted for. It was in LaPorte, Colorado. I taught every child in the entire system from K through 12. It was a rural school. It was a year I learned to appreciate teachers a lot. After I finished these temporary jobs, I met and decided to marry Richard Maxfield, which was, I will say, was the best decision I ever made in my life. After we were married, then I did end up with a job at Ames Community College. Over the period of 35 years I was there, I worked with a lot of people who had not had any education or much education, who were adults, and they were learning English, or they were just filling in all those gaps that they missed when they didn't continue school wherever they were from. After I retired from Ames, at one point Island Grove Village Apartments became a vision for a priest that we had. And so a board was put together to make application, do all of the federal things that are needed to work on government-supported housing or affordable housing. I've always been proud of the record we have there and how programs have been brought in, volunteers have come, lots of help with computer work, education, GED programs. And so out of that program, I think we've had about 500 people get a GED. People have learned English, we've run classes for citizenship. And so I've been able to tuck in there a little bit the things that were of real interest to me. Just do what's in front of me. And if it's not right there, turn just slightly, not too far, because there is someone that needs something, there's someone to talk to, there's someone who needs encouragement. Something will tell you this is the right thing to do, and then just go do it.